Hello and welcome to Joburg Today. My name is Dumi Klapo, bringing you the best of what's going down in and around Johannesburg. We're still on the series of winter attractions and we visited Gone Skiing, which is a ski shop, believe it or not, right here in Johannesburg.
On my quest of finding winter activities to engage in, I came across such a place that deals with snow merchandise called Gone Skiing. Let's find out what they're all about.
Gone Skiing's been around for just short of 9 years. We boast probably the largest selection of your snow sports gear. So brands from all over the world. We've got Oakley gear from Italy, and we've got the Sofanic stuff coming in from the UK. So generally all of our stuff's imported. It's top of the range premium product, but we always try and accommodate every budget and kind of make a plan where we can to make sure that everyone enjoys the snow experience to the best of their capability.
The contrast of having a ski store in Johannesburg is very intriguing. I asked the breakdown of the logic behind it.
It's really just supplying the need for people not only frequenting our Southern African snow resorts, but also people that are gearing up to go over to Europe. There's the guys down in Cedar Square, the Avalanche facility. They've got a carpet slope, an indoor carpet slope, so it's really a great time just to get your head in the right frame of mind in order to just to understand the fundamentals.
With the commencement of snow season in South Africa, Gone Skiing offered free waxing to the skiing community.
With the commencement of the snow season coming into play just this last Thursday, it was the start of the season. So we offer free waxing of people's boards in order for them to be prepared and have their gear checked out one last time before they go and hit the slopes.
I'm Ray for Joburg Today.
Like us on Facebook, joburgtoday.tv, and follow us on Twitter @JoburgToday. Today in studio we have Peter Piper from AfriSki, who gives us a bit more insight on how the resort relates to Joburgers.
Thank you for joining us in studio, Peter.
Cool, no worries.
Fantastic. First and foremost, tell us, how did AfriSki come about?
Look, AfriSki, I mean, the whole area, people have been skiing in those mountains since the early 70s, and there's always been informal ski clubs utilizing the area for skiing. And in around 2000, the resort formally was established as a commercial entity. The development started, and around about 2004 is when it officially really came into fruition and operated as an official ski resort.
And how relevant is skiing in South Africa? I mean, we aren't the coldest country in the world or anything like that, and most of South Africa doesn't even have snowfall. But how relevant is it?
Yeah, I mean, I think for most South Africans have never seen snow in their life. You know, it's quite a novelty. It's an experience, a once-in-a-lifetime experience for a lot of people. And until the early 2000s, it was something that people could only experience by going overseas, visiting the Alps or Austria. So it is sort of, it's an unusual sport, you know. But I think it's becoming more and more common, and people are really getting into it. And it's a whole experience. It's not just about skiing, it's about the whole experience around skiing. You know, the après-ski, the kids having fun, building snowmen. It's a great family activity.
Mm. And I understand that the company is based in Lesotho. Now, I also know that to have a thriving business, you also have to put in the right kind of location. Can you just tell us a little bit more about that? Why Lesotho?
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, people have been skiing in that specific spot since the early 70s. I mean, it is one of the areas in the country that gets the highest snowfall. The slopes are also facing, you know, it's south-facing slopes, which you know you need, otherwise the snow would melt quickly. So it's the areas where the snow actually lasts the longest. It gets the most regular snowfall, and then the conditions for snowmaking is also the most ideal in that area.
And how do you prepare people for skiing in Lesotho, the novices, the people who are just there to say, hey, let me try this out?
Yeah, I mean, we've got a fully fledged ski school where we've got local as well as international instructors that are trained And we've basically taken a 4-day ski school program and condensed it into a couple of hours. So you're able to teach people in about 4 to 6 hours the basics of skiing, and they can get going on the beginner slope, move up to the intermediate slope, and by the end of 4 days, hopefully ski from the top of the main slope. You know, at first some people say, well, I don't like the cold, I don't think I'll enjoy skiing. But once they're there and they're in it and they're prepared well, they've got the right clothing, they've got gloves and, you know, the right shoes. Once they're in it, it's something that it's almost like a virus. Once you get it, you'll have it forever and you always enjoy it. You know, I haven't met anyone yet that had a bad snow experience or that had an experience and disliked skiing. So, yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about the Winter Festival 2016. I mean, mixing music and snow. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, it's quite an unusual concept. It was the brainchild of Alex from For Fire, the guys who started Neon Run in South Africa, and it's basically something that, you know, we've taken a summer music festival, we brought it to the snow, and giving people the opportunity to experience a little bit of snowboarding, snow fun, combined with music and DJs. And it actually, it started off quite small last year. It's grown. This year we've already got around 350 people booked in. Wow. We've got double the amount of artists. You know, bands like Short Straw will be performing there. So it's also, there's a couple of the top South African bands and DJs that will be there. It's a 4-day festival, unique, one of a kind. There's nothing else like that in Africa, especially. So definitely worth coming.
Well, that definitely sounds uber interesting. I would love to actually be there and probably experience it for myself once in a lifetime, like you said before.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming into studio.
Cool. Thanks.
Awesome.
Hey, yo, what up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Reason, and you are now hanging out with me, Joburg, today.
That's all for today, but for more on the city, do check out our playlist. From myself, Dumi Shapo, and the Joburg Today crew, it's goodbye.